Hey everybody, I'm Paul Jamal, and today I'm bringing you another character build. This character build is the TABAXI battlemaster monk, and he's going to have the ability to move all over the battlefield. He'll be able to get to the back lines if you got archers pinning you down and they got troops in front of the archers, or maybe there's a wizard back there, some kind of necromancer with an army of skeletons in front of him, and you got to get to that wizard or get to those archers and take them out quick. Well, this is the character that's going to be able to do it. So, he's, like I said, he's a TABAXI battlemaster monk. He's the fastest catman alive. And I've named him Sword Thunder. And the story of Sword Thunder's background is he comes from a distant land. He lives amongst the TABAXI, and he's heard stories of lands beyond their realm. And he's heard of these incredible swordsmen and monks that train their bodies into weapons. And he's obsessed with martial arts and sword fighting in general. So he has the fighting style of dueling. He fights with a short sword, and once he takes his monk levels, then he'll be able to use his offhand attack for a bonus action, short sword, martial arts attack. And what he does is he travels the land searching for worthy opponents, whether they be monsters or renowned swordsmen. And he'll challenge the swordsman to a duel, and if he loses, he'll submit to the swordsman, become their student so he can learn their techniques. Not just their fighting techniques, but he also wants to learn their stories of valor that they have collected from the battlefields. So, at third level, he becomes a battle master, and he takes evasive footwork, which the superiority die is added to your AC while you're moving in combat, and this is will be very important. We also take riposte, which lets you use your reaction. If an opponent attacks and misses you, then you get to hit them. You get to try and hit them and add the superiority die to the damage. And this, of course, works with the evasive footwork. And we also have parry, which is also a reaction. But this one, if you do get hit, you get to reduce the damage by rolling the superiority die. At level 4, we're taking a feat mobile. And what mobile is going to do for us is it's going to give us a speed increase from 30 to 40. When you're dashing, there's no difficult terrain for you any longer. This is important on the battlefield because opponents' area around them is considered difficult terrain. So if you got to get through that battlefield to get to the back lines or whatever you're trying to accomplish, no difficult terrain is huge. And if you attack an opponent, whether you hit or miss, your opponent cannot get an attack of opportunity on you. That also lets you move about the battlefield a lot safer. So with Monk, we're taking 2 levels of Monk, and the first level gives you unarmored defense. And that's another thing with this character. One of his flaws, you might say, is he's a TABAXI, a cat man. So like a cat, he doesn't like to wear things. He doesn't like wearing bulky armor. He likes to be quick and nimble. He likes to be stealthy. So unarmored defense. And that's one thing I didn't mention earlier. When you make this character for the stats, you want to go high dex and also a fairly high wisdom, because you have to have above average wisdom just to be able to multi-class in the monk for one thing. But the other important thing is your unarmored defense, of course, is both dex and wisdom modifiers for your AC. You're also going to get martial arts. And since you're using a short sword in your main hand, you're going to be able to attack with that, and you'll be able to do a martial art as a bonus action, whether it be a punch, elbow, kick, knee, headbutt, whatever flavor of martial arts you enjoy yourself. So, second level of Monk, we get what's called Ki, and we'll get 2 key points, and the main thing we're going to spend those key points on is an ability called Patient Defense. And Patient Defense lets you dodge as a bonus action. So you still be able to get in your attack, and you'll be able to dodge the whole round. And what dodge does for you is it gives your opponents a disadvantage on attack rolls against you. So that's pretty huge. You also may want to use Step of the Wind, which lets you disengage or dash as a bonus action, and your jump is doubled. The disengage won't really be important because of the mobile feat, but the dash could come in handy when you're trying to be the fastest catman alive. And of course you also get Flurry of Blows, which lets you do 2 martial arts attacks when you attack with your short sword. But mostly you're probably going to be using the dodge to move around the battlefield. So that brings us to the fastest Catman alive. So this isn't the most important part of this build, but it's something you can do with it. And so as a base, you have a movement of 30. We get 40 because of the mobile feat. We go up to 50 because of being a monk. And so when you dash, you double your movement feet, your movement rate. So that's 100 feet. And then we use our action surge as a fighter to give us another 200 feet. And then we use our bonus step of the wind to dash as a bonus action. That's another 100 feet. That's 300 feet. But this is where it gets ridiculous, because the Tabaxi has an ability called Feline Agility. And that allows you to double your movement rate for the turn. So we're looking at 600 feet or 200 yards in 6 seconds. That's ridiculously fast. And just to put that into context, an Olympic sprinter, NFL wide receiver, these guys do a 40-yard dash in like 4.5 seconds. The record is like 4.2 or 4.1, something ridiculous like that. But we're talking about 200 yards in 6 seconds. Your average human could probably do the 40-yard dash in 6 seconds. That's just average. So you're moving ridiculously fast if you are trying to be the fastest Catman alive. But more than likely, you're going to be saving that monk bonus action. You're not going to be using the dash. You're going to be using the dodge. And you only get 2 key points, so you can only have access to that until you take a short rest or a long rest. So that pretty much wraps it up. If you want to, I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to play this character. I'm probably going to use him as an NPC in one of my adventures coming up. But if you get a chance, if you want to build this character, like I said, high dex, high wisdom, and let me know in the comments below how it works out for you. My name's Paul Jamal. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, later.